All right. Well, there is a ladder here. Now, what is this? Let's take a look at this. Some people have been hearing me in our room lately and asking, Vinny, what is the ladder? When you say we're going to climb down the ladder or climb up the ladder, what is the ladder? Look at this screenshot here. And if I just asked, without drawing up anything, can you see the ladder? If you can see the ladder, type me a 1. What is it and how do I use it? All right, very, very simple stuff for this one. You guys see the ladder, right? If you've ever climbed a ladder, we got a bunch of 1s coming on in there. It's kind of hard to not see it, okay? This can also be like, well, what about the PRZ up top? Well, sure, but look at this. This is like a PRZ trifecta going on here, okay? It is a ladder, for lack of better terms. I think it's a great description for it because you know, it's very, very clear to see the laddering in there, right? You got like these little lines here kind of look like steps. Maybe it's a little jagged ladder, might be a little bit tricky to run through, but that makes it even more fun because our price moves through one of these ladders very, very well. You will see this quite often. We will either, here's my terms that you'll hear me say, I'm either climbing the ladder or I'm going to climb down the ladder. Either one of them. In this case, this will be climbing down the ladder. I think this is pretty clear. All right, so he was asking up here, how far and where am I going to hold this trade? Well, JC has executed a perfect location for his targets here. Look at him, putting him right. One's right in the middle of the ladder-ish, on one of those rungs. Okay, I wouldn't recommend putting it here, right? There's like open space here. Why not? If you're going to do that, just go ahead and put your target right down there. Okay, but he's got his targets on some of the rungs of that ladder. Great way to ride this ladder, and that laddering position is going to work out very, very nicely there. I don't see anybody typing a 2 there, so you guys get it. There's the ladder. What is it? How do we use it? Well, here you go. Okay, I'm using this for targets. I'm not using this for entries. So next thing on that list, okay, a ladder is used for targets, not entries. Now, the reason I want to make this point even more specific and valid is because most of the time in a PRZ, what is the normal point for a PRZ? What are people doing with a PRZ? PRZ is potential reversal zone. Vinny, that's what PRZ stands for. I've read it on YouTube somewhere, and it was on some Reddit thing that I went on last week. There's the ladder. Another great scenario of why he was able to get into this position here is nice little pink dot. Again, one of the perfect spots for a reversal on the higher time frame. He took it entry on the lower time frame, and he had a ladder to crawl down there. And results, 2650. Look. Okay, so now what do we got here on this one? This is a blue dot, long power dot, double dot, excellent work, and double crosses. Can you see the multiplicity of things that we've got right here? Toughest part of climbing ladders is piercing all those harmonics. No, Jamester. No, think, buddy. That actually should help you. That's not a problem, piercing those harmonics. In fact, it should help you to know that, especially on a big ladder, the bigger the ladder, the more likely it is to climb into that ladder. Okay, so know that, right? This is what I'm actually trying to get you to latch hold of tonight. That is a big ladder. That's why I use this example. So let's make it big here. I want to make sure, again, I want to make it abundantly clear why we do this. There's so much to learn from this right here. That is a really big ladder, and that is an amazing opportunity, my friend. Huge, okay? That we are going to break down through that ladder, okay? It will do it so many times. If you see it line up like this, really, you could put your targets way down here if you wanted, all right? And just let it go and close out if you see something like a blue dot shows up with some whatever, sure, close out the trade. But in general, this is a very, very big trade opportunity. It doesn't show up very often, but when it does, take a note and take that trade. Any questions around that, Jamester? Or you got that? Hope that is very, very clear. You want to trade down that ladder when you get the opportunity. Okay, you could literally take an entry anywhere above it with targets inside of that with a normal standard, maybe even a 12-tick stop, but you want to ride down that ladder. It will happen. It will work very, very often. Okay, this is just a great trade, okay? I mean, period. Hands down. Excellent work, JC. You've got, now the entry's not perfect by any means, but it doesn't have to be, okay? This is a great trade setup. He's got 2 blue dots, so we got a double dot. He's got 2 white crosses, was anyways. What other reasons do you have? I mean, this is a plus trade right going on right here. You got the double dot, check. Okay, you got 2 crosses, check, double, double, huge trade, and target right there at PRZ, and he's got a runner out here. Excellent execution. It could be closer, okay, it could be closer in there, but look at this thing, very good. Target 1 was hit. I'm not sure if he got his final target or not, but still, doesn't matter. Like, that is a big trade. Here we go, Miami. So 10 Miami had a great day here today. This is a double dot red, excellent, taking a short down there. Now, little critique here, even if your default targets push way out here, where should this target be? Let's get the room here. Somebody help critique him. Where should this target actually be for target 1 when he sees this setup? What's my critique right here? Where should this target be? So Remel said halfway. Joseph, there's the proper answer right there. The PRZ, Raptor, PRZ, yes. Super PRZ, yes. Excellent. Top of the middle of PRZ. So here's where it should be. The proper answer is, to be exact, oops. Trying to draw a square right there. Okay. Either that top line or at the back of it, right there. Okay. So he's a little bit through. Now maybe he had a reason. I will tell you another reason this is dangerous. You see this line right here? What's that right there? Let's identify this. Tell me what this dashed line is. Pop quiz time. Okay, these are for the folks, you know, again, we're testing your mind here tonight, pushing you a little bit. That line right there also means something. And you'll notice we came a tick from it. Look at how close that came, right? Didn't get to it. A lot of people make a mistake around this specific dashed line. What is it called? Why is it there? What is it? And why do people target it or think that things are going to happen at it? Golden rope, not a golden rope. It is the sandy line. That is the open. James Stir with the first correct answer. Yes, so this is the sandy line. This is the open line. It's not the golden river. It's not the golden ropes. This is a tough one. I can tell by the color. The golden ropes are brighter yellow. This is a sandy, like almost orangish color. That is the open. Yes, you guys who said the open, this is the open line. You guys are correct. Know what this is, okay? This represents the open line. The open line will oftentimes get approached, but not touched. Approached, but not touched. Approached, but not touched. I rarely ever use this for a target. I will always put a target in front of that thing. In fact, you see this target right here? I'm just telling you, again, you guys are trying to be here to learn from me. I will never put a target when I am targeting through that line. My targets will never be on the other side of that line. That is such a rare spot that that thing will hit the first time. It'll bounce 2, 3, 4 times. Once it's touched several times, then I will look to break that line, but I will never, on a first attempt, break that line. It is likely going to dance above it, not go into it. There is so much buying power around the open or selling power, depending on which side it's on. Just know, I do not put my targets back behind that line. Okay, that's what I want you to note here tonight on the sandy line. All right, let's go on. Oh, look at this ladder. Okay, please tell me, the first thing you guys see on the screenshot, please tell me you see the ladder. Yes? That is an amazing ladder right there. I mean, this may as well be Jacob's ladder, stairway to heaven right here. This is a beautiful trade right here. A little bit, could be a little better on the entry. Okay, we want that dot. If you're gonna take that, you know, just get brave. I know it's easier to like wait until you get confirmation, all that stuff, but you're just giving up, you know, 3 or 4 ticks on that, and that's paying you money, right? You guys see that ladder? Type me a 1. Yes, you guys are seeing the ladder. Look at this beautiful ladder. I want to take a screenshot of this myself. So after this video, I'm going back to take a screenshot of this to save in our deal. This is like exhibit A of what a ladder should look like. Oftentimes behind one, when you get this many harmonics set up in an area, remember this is because of how algorithms and bots work. We're going to see, yeah, look at that. Wow, right, Dave? So this is a ladder and a half. I want to trade that, okay? I'm just saying I will take a shot at it. Now, if I'm wrong, we take a little stop out, so what? This is a great trade setup. Yeah, that is a ladder and a half. Excellent trade there. And you said Plover, hold on, what was this one before? This is KC taking this one. We got plover setups. That is a good distance for a plover. Excellent execution. That is a good distance. We got a nice straight leg in front of it. There's not even any stubble on that. This is a great plover. Let me see where your entry is. But it became a rocket and a half. Yeah, look at that. Monstrous explosion up into that area. So you had the targets for runners, okay? They were right there on your chart. So again, you got a decent sized ladder there. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Your ATM did it? Yeah, that's cool. Well, that's a single ATM. Remember, tap, tap. Okay, when I'm firing into a position, tap, 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 tap. Okay, setting up a couple and then spreading them out on your own. Okay, it doesn't have to be, don't overly rely on that ATM. That is a big mistake that people make. Is like, okay, I'm gonna fire all 5 trades and then I'm gonna push them all out. You added to the position and got some gumps. Excellent. I like that. So you guys know what he means when he says take some gumps? All right. If you know what he means by that, type it in. Let's see who knows what he means by the gumps. What's he talking about? Oh, 12,008. 1,250. You guys are smashing it. Today was a huge bonus day. Look, let's back up for a second. Remember, market cadence. What is market cadence? Market cadence. What does that tell you? Right? Ebb and flow. And what was Thursday and Friday? Was Thursday and Friday, would you guys say hard, medium, or easy on Thursday and Friday of last week? Because today was Monday, right? So what were the previous 2 days? In our cadence of flow, easy, medium, hard. What were they? Hard. Joseph said the hard. Yeah, so Thursday, I will say for sure hard. Okay, just hands down, Thursday, absolutely, was some tough areas, right? And we knew it though. We actually knew because the days before that, we actually talked about it. It would be hard, and we did. We crushed it, right? We knew exactly what was happening because of prior days before that. But now we're looking at the next ebb and flow. Thursday, definitely hard. Friday, questionable. Just depends how you look at it. Fridays are always and generally just, it's a gamble day. It's retailer gamble day. Okay. But Friday was questionable, but definitely for sure Thursday. But I think Friday's still a little bit trickier, more tricky. So yes, today, what am I expecting? Pretty easy, right? And today we smashed it, absolutely smashed it today from that cadence. Again, we talk about, like, if you want to kind of trick the market, if you're having struggling trading, I'll tell you one thing you can do without even using our system is for you. And it's literally your system itself. If you have had 2 troublesome days in a row, then that next day is going to be easy, and you can either double down, or what I suggest is maybe trade sim for a couple days, and when you have 2 hard sim days, then go live on the 3rd or 4th day. Okay, again, I don't recommend that. That's not how we do it, but I'm just saying, if you are desperate and you don't want to get in our system for some reason or can't afford it or whatever, I'm trying to help you out with market cadence. This is how market cadence works with easy and hard days. Yeah, Clab, thank you. Lesson 17 for anybody who has not seen that trap video. There it is. Thank you, Clab. So he said lesson 17, there's the link, is the title of the trap video. Go check that one out. All right, Miami said, oh, that is a beautiful HMD right there. Oof, except we got longs favorable. So it might be a little bit tougher here. Got a HMD, targets down below. Let's see if he got this one. Was that a winner? Oof, did it turn on you? Yeah, that's a tough one. Okay, so I could have kind of told you where that's located. Might be a tough one. You'll get used to this over time. You'll kind of start to gather which ones are a little bit tougher. The red dot did pierce here as well, so it might also tell you might want to shrink it in. It looks like it missed your target by like a hair. And that is very frustrating, I know. So it might have been a small stop out there for you. Not a big deal, but thank you for posting your winners and your losers. There's Remel at this time of the day. This was 1044 up 2K. Excellent, excellent work. Small trade target filled. Oh, that's a nice one. So bright green dot. He's got the boom, 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 multi-powered Elliott wave confluence along with fib plus a butterfly HMD, baby. Excellent work. Excellent work. Thanks, CG, for including that link so you guys can see that in the description there as well. And let's look here. KC, what do we got on this one? Ooh, just missed your target by a hair. Good targeting though. I would move this second one into the PRZ and this one at the front of the PRZ there. Let's see if this one worked out for you. Good placement for your stop. Excellent entry. Let's see if that one worked out. 1055, 1057, you got a blue dot on. I don't see the end result of that one, but it looked like a good trade. JC is showing we got double dots on, is this the 5s? So good trade probably coming out of this one on the long side, 28.15 for the target. Remember 28.15, we talked about that several times. Oh, there's that maximizing winners video. So if you guys were wondering about how we crushed that big trade today, you're gonna watch this one, but we actually did it live today. So a lot of experience can be had for that trade. All right, I'm gonna pat my own little back right here. That's a good trade right there, Vinny. That's a good trade. That's a good entry there, boy. It's a good trade, boy. Now, my stops, that's my default. Okay, my stops, where are my stops? Right here, right? So, mental stop, regardless, you can always punch close. All right, we're good? Yeah, it's weird. It dropped down to 0. Thanks. 33 watching. Okay, cool. So, it dropped there for a minute. That's a great trade. I'm just going to say. Pat my own self on the back. And I didn't have anything to target, so it's like, first trade of the day. It was toe in the water. I didn't even get to add to the position. The thing just went straight to my first target. So, only thing I can critique myself, Vinny, take a bigger trade. Stop being a wuss. That first trade of the day there. And this thing kept going. Look at it, kept going. Okay, so here's what was coming in on the tape. We should start looking for a turtle. First inkling of what we had going on here. Can you see the turtle? If you see the turtle, because I know we've already got ones going, type a T. T for turtle if you see the turtle that is about to come up here. Now, it's not a perfect turtle, so I'll say it right away. There's no 2 feet on the back, okay? But watch how this thing unfolded. But right here, you should see a turtle. If you don't see the turtle, yeah, do our usual thing. Type a 2. But if you see the turtle, let's get some T's going. You see the turtle, okay? This is the big picture play that we traded this afternoon where we smashed it. There's Curtis drawing it up there this afternoon live. Looking at the turtle. If you don't know our turtle trading strategy, go type in Vinny Emini turtle trading strategy and you will see the turtle trade strategy setup that we did. This helped. All right. Seth's room. Seth the shill, the jigsaw shill, was they were making calls. It was easy to trade against, let's just say that. And guaranteed ourselves that we had the trap in place. And we smashed. Look at it, 71% profitable, 1.82 profit factor. Excellent work there, Humphrey. All the way from South Africa, smashing it. Woo! 14,005. Profit factor 3.45 and 69% profitable. Smashing, sir. JC, folks, he's the one to watch. Excellent work. He is doing the work, doing the homework, and smashing it. Trapping the bears. Yeah, so we talked about this. I talked about how we were trapping the bears, and we had the guarantee, too, because we had that shill room looking for shorts, so guaranteed we were looking for the long side turtle entry on this one. All right. J Stone, he had a little bit of struggle this morning. He flattened out 50% and minus. And Starbucks today. I'm just joking. Thank you, Mr. Stone, for your honesty and sincerity. I'm pretty sure he made up for it in the afternoon, so don't count him out yet. His morning session, 5 trades in, he was minus $8. Not too bad. I don't know what kind of chart that is. Poor hedge. One day he'll get into AlgoBox, maybe. I don't know. All right, we talked about... Some people were talking about crypto, so... I just happened to go. Let me show you guys a screenshot. Some people were asking about my mining expeditions. This is our miner. Don't be confused by this. This is not our current trading. And no, I'm not crypto mining anymore. But look, there was money to be made in 2018 and 2019. Right? We turned a 50K investment to 490K. It was beautiful. This is what it looked like when it was clean. Look, look how beautiful those filters start out. Beautiful blue. Did you notice the color on these once it's been running for a long time? So you gotta swap out the air filters there, folks, because it gets pretty nasty. Just saying. But hey, she made a lot of money on Ethereum. Massive. All right, we talked about predicting the future, showing you guys. If you guys want to know, all you crypto guys, any crypto people in here, if you're trading crypto right now, type of 1. If you're not trading crypto, type of 2 right now. But if you want to know what a crypto chart is going to look like, look at BlackBerry. Okay, this is your future. Write it down. Vinny said it. Okay, that's going to tick some people off, isn't it? Curtis with his LEET P&L. Only gaming nerds are going to get that, but that's LEET right there. LEET. Elite. Excellent work. LEET. There's the inside of my old miner box that we built. That was pretty fun. Great project. All right, so first J hook. Holy shnikes, let's talk about a tough J. All right, on this J hook. Now, J hooks. If you have traded a J, I know we got some new folks with us. If you've traded a J on a J hook from our strategies, type J that you have traded one. If you haven't, type a number 2. But I'm going to talk about the J hook. There is a strategy video on it. Go watch it. But I'm going to show you guys some some tips, like the major things that I look for when a J is running. And this was a J that was in play, and how I read this through and knew on the first one we were able to abandon, and the second one was the one we smashed, and I'll show you why. Okay. There's a few that have not. There's some that have. Okay, we got some J's. We got a couple. We got at least 1, 2. So this one, this is a bad picture here, but look, we knew we had a trap from before, down here. Trap, that's part 1 of a J hook, right? You need a trap. Okay, let's just put a 1 there, right? 1, he needs a trap. 2, we need a move plus triple crown. 3, fakey leg. 4, entry. Now, I'm going to talk about the next parts. Okay, this is the easy part. Identifying, no problem. We know how to do this. You've learned to watch the videos. But when it's in live, in real time, this is where things, as the trade progresses, what do you need to read through? This is important. As the J hook starts to ride through, now becomes the trickies. Here we go. So you're in the trade. What happens next? First thing I'm looking for, how T1 is, do I have enough room? I don't. How T1 is approached. Okay? Easy or hard? Okay? 3. Determine if we are going to T2 and T3. Now, the reason I say all this out is, oh, does ampersand doesn't work? And T3. Okay, so we can tell the answer to this by this, how T1 is approached. And it's as simple as, was it easy to get to target 1? Or was it hard? Okay, simple as that. Was it easy or was it hard getting to target 1? And when you're going to target 1, I'm not leveling in big. Okay, I'm towing the water to target 1. Okay, I'll get heavier as I get to move into positions, target 2 and 3 on a J hook in general. Now, do you have to do it that way? No. It's just the way that I tend to run through a J hook. Okay, look, you can just go gung-ho and know that your stop is down below the low of that trap, and then just go your size, whatever you want. You can. Okay, but I'm telling you guys the advanced level of how I approach a J hook. Now, let me show you how this works in action. Remember these things though, okay? Take a screenshot of this for your notes. We'll come back. Okay. But you need to know this. How do we approach target 1? Was it easy or was it hard? And this will answer whether or not we are running the target 2 and target 3. And I'll tell you how we're going to learn from this, because this first entry on this J-hook failed to get there easily. Now, it got there eventually, okay? But it did not get there easily. And that is the key for first one. For targets 2 and targets 3, remember a J-hook is a 3-target strategy. Now you'll be like, well, wait a minute, Vinny, if it's 3 targets, then it should go 3 targets. Well, of course, sure, you know, we can argue about it all day, but just I'm telling you, just learn it, okay? I want 3 targets out of a J-hook, but it's a bigger risk, and you need to manage it better, and it's more tricky. Again, some of our other strategies are so much easier than this, so don't worry about it if you don't get this the first time. You're going to need to see 50 to 100 of these to really get it, but know that this is the key features that you're going to learn as you start to progress through these, is how is target 1 approached? That's your very, very first thing. So I'm going to blank out a screen here, and we're going to talk about how this first one was approached today. So in your levels, you're going to have target 1 be like this, and we're going to do our red one for target 2. And this is what our target 3s look like. And you'll see these again. Our algorithm already does this for you, draws these all out for you. But in general, we're looking for, again, these are fib level targets. There's nothing magical about these. The J is the particular with the fake trap move that we're looking for. And on a J hook, we are looking for a, you know, some form of down move in this case, because we're going up, okay? And a trap, and then a big up move, okay? And then triple crown, fakey leg of some sort. And this is where we start to see a J. Oftentimes, the key feature of a J hook is an upside down. Really, it's not really upside down, but it needs to be backwards. Okay, it's a backwards J. On the low side, it looks like this. Okay, a backwards J. So hence the J hook. Now, what's my entry in general for one of these? I have a, this is the ideal. The ideal entry shows up like this. I would love for this price to come right in here, come in, and then boom, up to target 1. Okay, that's what we ideally want. Now, but oftentimes, one like this one today did not go inside there, kind of went like this, kind of went like this, went, go to approach, and remember, what is my first question? How did I approach target 1? T1. T3. T2. So, did it go straight there? We saw one the other day. It was so awesome. Okay, this thing went in. Oh man, I'm not gonna be able to control Z all that, am I? Shoot, let's try this. So the other day, it kind of went down like this and went boop, 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 like that. It was so easy, right? That's easy. Okay, went straight to it. Let me give you an example of a hard. Right here, it goes. You see how I didn't go straight to it? If it does that, targets 2 and 3 are going to be difficult and may not even be in the cards at all, or you're going to have to be dealing with a very long trade on this. And for me, I will take smaller entries from the bigger position as we move through a J hook, which again, why I tell you guys, save a J hook for later in your career, because J hooks are tough. Okay, so on this J, how we approach today was one of the hard ones. Okay, it was not a boop. Okay, cool. Target 1 is easy, then and we get targets 2 and 3 very, very easily. These, oh man, these are my favorite right here. This is what I'm looking for in a J hook. That's the one I love right there. But I can tell. Oh shoot, why is Control Z not working? Oh, it's because I haven't clicked. All right. When it does this, I'm not looking for those, which is how we were able to bail on this first position and not get ourselves in hot water today, okay? You guys got that? Let's move into the live thing. So here's what it did. Look how far out this thing spread, okay? It did not go directly to target 1. The thing came up, it flirted with target 1, flirted with target one, flirted with target one, and just did this little floater up underneath it. Now, eventually got a green dot to really get in with it. All right, and I'm looking still. Again, really, I'm trying to get targets 2 and 3. I'm not just trying to get target 1. Okay, I'm not putting a target usually there unless it goes deep. And if I get in down here in the ideal entry location, then yes, I will take some off at target 1. But when the thing is floating, doesn't get inside, and I don't get an entry in there, I'm looking for targets 2 and 3. I want something big on a J-hook, okay? Bigger risk, huge reward. When you hit one of these, I mean, this can make your entire week in a single trade. This is why I emphasize it and why you need to learn it. Okay, so have I belabored the point enough? I think so. So we're looking at our higher time frames. We've got a green dot coming in on those. Let's see how it progressed. So here is where the real tell came in right here. Where we're well into the money. Okay, I'm up over $900, almost $1,000 into this trade. Okay, now this leg, I told everybody in the room, this needs to go straight to target 1. If it does not, I said, then we are abandoning our ideal for getting to targets 2 and 3. Okay, it's as simple as that. That's how I talked about it in the room. And sure enough, this thing bailed. It did not get to target 1. It literally curved right in front of those police lines right here and went, nope. And I said, okay, we're probably going back the other way. Now, am I going to get short here? I could. Sometimes I get, depending on where I am in my P&L. But this is just trade number 2 for me today. I'm not really ready to go balls to the walls yet on this trade. But I could tell with the approach of target 1 that this was going to be a tough one. So, this thing comes back and ends up being, I think I close it out at semi-break even. But here it is. Look at how nasty this thing went. Just in front. Let's open up in a big picture. Okay. Literally maybe 3 ticks. But look at that turn. You see that? At this point, we are not... Now, we may get back to target 1. Okay. But I am no longer... I called it out in the room. I told everybody in the room as this thing came back down to my point of entry... We are not looking for targets 2 and 3. Okay, this is all walkthrough in the room, so you know you'll learn it. Hopefully, you guys learn it here tonight with me. I waited for a big space, like hit down. I can't remember where we added. Did I get a screenshot of it? Not sure if we did. Yes. So here was the big hit right here, and then I'm exiting as it starts to move up. I don't know if it was a small loss. It's very, very small if we did, but I got in big right here. Again, that's why I toe in the water first. Get in big as I get a position for a momentum exit. You don't have to do that. And again, if you don't have size, you don't have an account, don't do that. Sized up, momentum exit, moves up in my direction. I don't close it out on, I don't wait for it to hold back to my entry. And then sure enough, this is why I said, look, we're bailing, right? Because here is my final entry right there. We come up, I close out, and sure enough, we get actually a reverse right there. That is a pink dot. We could look for the short side on this. So J-hook number 1 bailed out, and it was easy for us to tell. Why? Because the very first thing is target 1 was tough. All right, Eric with the 1. Did you guys understand? Type me a 1 if you understood that target 1 was tough. Type me a 1. If you did not understand how target 1 was tough there, because that is the first and most important read on a J-hook, is how we approach target 1. If you don't get that concept, do not trade the J-hook, okay, period. If you're going to do the J-hook, just don't. All right, let's get to the awesomest trade of the day. Here is, micros, 122, Wild Gaming. Excellent work there, Dave. Smashing, sir. Humphrey, how did Humphrey close out? Humphrey from South Africa. Less than $592, 77% profitable, and 2.0 profit factor. Look at this guy turning around. Look at this. Now, this is smart. This is a smart trade. What did I tell you guys about a cluster of crosses? And he had a red dot. Excellent work there. Who is this? Adam? Excellent short there, sir. Excellent short. On these, that's a pretty long target there. You probably want to have a target 1 and target 2 with your runner out there on one of these. But excellent entry, identifying the white line there with all the multi-crosses. Great short right there. Oof. And then it turned around. Did you get back the other direction? There's... I was talking about that trap, wasn't I? Oof! Oh, that was nasty. Yeah, stopped out. That's tough. You played both directions. So, that's a tough one. But look at that reversal. That is a tough one. Nothing you can do about that. Nothing you can do, okay? You You got to play the video game. You were on a tough spot of the map. Yes, it was a reversal, but dude, they rocked everybody out on that, right? They locked you out. Again, small stop outs, no big deal, but great, great trade to show as a loss. That's a tough one. Okay, we want to get short there. Comes up. There's your stop right there. Okay, your stop is right there. And yes, it does. It broke through by a tick. Now, could you reinitiate this position? You could have. Okay, you could have reinitiated again, taken another shot at it. No shame in that. As long as your stop, again, comes back there, you'd be risking 3 ticks to make, in this case, looks like it dropped 30. You know, but woulda, coulda, shouldas. Just take a note of that for the future on those. All right, so I started talking about the big picture. We were still looking to the north side. It was the time of day. We're looking for the trap. Here's CG crushing it on a HMD cross. We'll push through, and let's show the big one today. He's moving up in his P&L. Look at these guys. All these guys taking the shot. I think I was in long as well. Yes. So here's me. We're looking for another J hook. Look at the secondary J. Now, mind you, here was my first trade. I also took this one. This was a headshot long. I showed this on Twitter. If you guys are not following me on Twitter, again, I told you guys, make sure you're following me there. If you're not following me, you're missing out. So took this one, rode this all the way, final exit. That was a headshot to headshot. That doesn't happen. I'm not saying like that's what we always do. We don't just get a red headshot that just tells us to bail. I really wanted to hold this up to 28.25. So I was calling 28.25 for a very long time. But when that one showed up, the headshot, I couldn't hold on to it any farther. So this is how that trade progressed. Did have a nice headshot. That's out there on Twitter. All right. This is a smashing J-hook. We just absolutely crushed this today. I don't know how else to say it. This one approached. Can you see how easy this went to target 1? Can everybody see that? How this one went straight to target 1? Yeah, Davamite said, have your broker on speed dial. He had a situation today. They had a lightning storm in their area, and he lost power, and he had to call up his broker, make sure he had a trade closed out. Although his stops, remember, if you have stop orders out there, those are in the market. If you are using NinjaTrader and you set our settings, your markets are actually on the order or out there, so you don't have to worry about that. It's not like your system is dependent on closing that out. Those are sitting in the market, so don't worry about that on the exchange. So you guys can see, type me a 1 if you guys can see how easily this went up to target 1. That was amazing. So I'm expecting targets 2 and 3. Going to be very, very easy to get to targets 2 and 3. And we had 28.25 marked down. There's 28.25 right there. And that is looking juicy at this time of day. Huge, huge trade. All right, so look at these guys. Everybody's smashing this trade. Look at this trade entry way down here. Look at this massive trade. Now, there were some people who in the room said, Vinny, I would have never held that trade had you not talked us through. And, well, that's good. Okay, I'm there for that, but I want you guys to learn how to do this. It's a great practice session for today. We held this trade way, way up. And remember, what else did we have? Do you see the ladder up here? Can you see on the higher time frame why I was able to pick that? In fact, my final trade, I added to this position, or I can't remember if I added or if I moved some of these targets. Some of my targets I pushed all the way out to the red line as this thing started to progress into the ladder. We rode this a ladder all the way out. We crushed this trade just massively. CG filling out with a bonus day, 5,100 at that point of the day. Here was a blue dot to add to. So this is somebody else posting a screenshot. I actually added on this blue dot as we moved up. Adam looks like he reinitiated a position. No, he added to it. He added as well. Some people actually jumped in on the blue dot. Who was it? Here's Miami. Yeah, so Mr. Miami. And he said he wouldn't have held out this trade if it hadn't been me walking through the room. You're going to learn this in your final 90 days, okay? In your final 90 days, I'm sorry, final 90 days. At your 90-day point, into your final, to the conclusion, the full 120 days, your final 40 days after your 90 days, you are practicing swinging for the fences. So that's what I was trying to say there. All right, and man, we just rocked out this trade. All right, J-hook, crushed it. You know, how far are we into this thing? All right, we're right at an hour. I appreciate you guys hanging out here with us. Airwolf definitely helped. We had the music jamming. There's Adam. Look at this trade. Smashing, massive trade. All the way up there. I mean, this is with open, with just 2 contracts. He's up 600 bucks. It was a huge, huge trade. Closed out the day. Fantastic work. If you guys want to see the rest of that, head on over there to our Discord channel and take a peek at that. We actually did have some video of the final parts of that right here, so you guys can go watch this little video clip. completely smashed. It's about 2 minutes. If you want to see the end of that trade smashing and hear our room erupt as that one smashed through. Here's the crew. Very, very proud of you guys. You guys are doing a fantastic, fantastic job smashing it. And of course, here are the folks posting up their P&Ls and all their stats. You guys are doing a fantastic job. I applaud you. I am so glad to have you guys in the crew. I am here at an hour, so I know you guys have been hanging out for a long time. If you want to learn how to get involved with us, well, just head on over to Discord, and that's all I can say about that. Thanks for hanging out, folks. For me, Pippi, Robbie, Lunchbot, Mod Squad, Curtis G, and the rest of the gang. I'm sitting out that big H-Town. See ya.
To wreck them all, making trading great again.
Haha.